Hello again, and thanks for being with us. Let's get you caught up on tonight's biggest stories. An afternoon walk with the dogs lasted a lot longer than expected for a pet owner who was lost in George Bush Park. Firefighters eventually found everyone in the woods. ABC13 reporter Deborah Wrigley spoke to the dog owner about that rescue, and she's in West Houston with the story.
That tree line behind us is the edge of the woods in George Bush Park that once you walk into, you cannot easily exit. Josiah Tramantor was lost there from late Saturday morning into the evening. He was trapped along with his dogs inside a maze of thorn bushes he couldn't find his way out of. In the end, it was his parents, his phone, most of all the community volunteer fire department that worked to find him. This is how a trip less than a mile from his home ended for the 16-year-old caught in thorn bushes with thorns more like barbs. Josiah went to George Bush Park Saturday morning to let his two dogs run off leash. They ran into the underbrush first. He followed. Then he too became lost.
And I was crawling under just basically army crawling under in swamp waters under a bunch of thorn bushes and just getting all scraped up and getting all caught up. And I was just taking a break by the tree. And then I just saw them running through the brush. And I was like, Cody, Bella, come here. And they finally came after an hour. And I called my mom, was like, hey, Mom, I found them, but we're done. I can't get out.
The fire department called in a Fort Bend County helicopter to help search before nightfall. But it was the iPhone his mom always didn't insist he carry with him that finally led rescuers to where he was. Firefighters located them, cut their way through the thorn bushes. Josiah now has scratches on his arms and a story to tell. You'll hear more of it tonight at 10. Deborah Wrigley, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
There is a growing movement which now includes Texas Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, people rallying behind death row inmate Rodney Reed. At a press conference this afternoon, she called on Governor Greg Abbott to delay Reed's execution scheduled for November 20th. She says justice and closure are at stake for Reed and his family after he was accused of raping and killing Stacy Stites more than 2 decades ago.
Today I've come to choose justice over injustice in this state, and to as much talk about justice for the victim in a particular case dealing with Rodney Reed, the alleged perpetrator who has been incarcerated. There is good cause to grant the requested reprieve because evidence has been newly discovered for judicial authorities to consider that suggests strongly that Rodney Reed is innocent of the crime for which he has been convicted and sentenced to death.
Congresswoman Lee joins the dozens of lawmakers who have crossed the aisle and have chosen to write Governor Abbott asking for a delay or clemency. A growing petition online has reached 88% of its goal to gain awareness of that case. It's been 2 years since a store clerk was killed in a robbery, and his family wants everyone to know he isn't forgotten. The parents of Dominique Johnson held a memorial in front of the Family Dollar store in North Houston where he was killed. Loved ones came there today to pray and release balloons in his memory. Johnson's parents say the 30-year-old was a good father and a good man. His killer has still not been caught.
We have our grandson who lost his father, and absolutely, I feel like nothing's being done about it. So today and throughout, I'm going to be his voice until somebody hears me.
Surveillance video from the robbery did capture 2 suspects. If you have any information, you're asked to call Houston Police. A day after his Astroworld Festival, rapper Travis Scott has another treat for his hometown fans. ABC 13 reporter Stefania Coley shows us how they lined up for the grand opening of his shoe store in Rice Village.
The craze for Travis Scott's new store is real. At this point, police have had to shut down the street to get fans to go home. Unfortunately, not everyone got able to get a chance to get a look inside the Space Village store, but no worries. The store is here to stay. They'll be open Tuesday through Sunday permanently starting this week. This crowd here, well, they've put in time. Their wait time?
This weekend I waited in line 40 hours total. 20 hours probably.
And how many? 85. 85 hours? I've been here since Thursday. Unbelievable. Let's hope he's exaggerating. But anything, I guess, to get their hands on some Travis Scott gear. I got a sneak peek inside. You know there's not that many shoes left?
Don't say that.
And I'm not kidding you. The inventory went low quick.
They're not bad, right?
Not at all, but is it worth the cost?
For those I paid $1,000, and for these I paid $600.
That's the resale price Sam paid, and he plans to resell the kicks now at an even higher price.
I think it's really good because you're supporting a local artist who's gotten really popular over the years, Travis Scott. All the kids love him, and I think he's bringing some excitement back to Houston.
Miss Tony Ward supports those who choose to support the hustle, but she'll be fine without the Travis Scott gear.
Oh, this is not my generation out here. I wouldn't do this, but I can appreciate their desire to have these shoes.
That was Stefania Coley reporting. A mother received a terrifying call in the middle of the night. Her home was on fire while her 2 children, including a disabled daughter, were asleep. Firefighters rescued them at the apartment complex on Ella. But that wasn't the only help the family received. ABC 13 reporter Micah Hatfield explains how the community is helping them get back on their feet.
Tony Cassie was working the night shift when she got the call that her apartment was on fire. Her adult son and disabled daughter were home asleep.
Anything would happen to them, I wouldn't know what to do. I feel bad because I wasn't there to get them out.
Fortunately, neighbors and firefighters were. They kicked her door down and got them out unharmed. But still, flames ripped through the place this family recently started calling home. Cassie and her adult children were homeless for years.
I'm so blessed that they got them out in time before everything fell in, the ceiling.
Since Houstonians saw Cassie on the news this morning, her phone has been ringing nonstop, even during our interview.
Hello?
So many people from all over the Houston area wanting to help her family get back on their feet any way they can.
I thank everybody who's calling me and donating clothes, shoes, and everything to me. And in a hospital bed, I thank them because I don't know what I would have done. I don't know how we was gonna get all of this stuff.
They're staying in a hotel right now, trying to find a permanent place to stay. And while they might not have anything but the clothes on their backs, they have each other and total strangers rallying around them. People dropping off donations almost immediately, with more on the way.
I feel blessed right now, and I'm so happy. And I appreciate everybody in Houston.
In North Harris County, Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
And here's meteorologist Rachel Bryers with a look at our weather. Rachel?
Well, tonight we are looking at some mild temperatures, overnight lows into Monday morning. Looks like we will start off right at around 60 degrees, so not going to be too chilly to start off your Monday. And actually, our high temperatures aren't too bad either. We're expecting to rise all the way up into the mid to upper 70s before our next cold front rolls in. So let's take a closer look at that timing. First off, for tonight, just looking at partly cloudy skies. More cloud cover, though, is expected to stream on in heading into Monday morning. So we're going to start off the day with mostly cloudy skies, but most of us should be dry. That will change, though, as we head into the afternoon, because that's when our next cold front should start to push into the area. Our latest timing puts this front in College Station, so in our very northwestern counties, close to 2 to 3 p.m. Puts it in Houston close to 5 to 6 p.m. and towards the coast at around 7 to 8 p.m. Now, also along this front, could be looking at some scattered showers, so it's a good idea to take that umbrella with you tomorrow. And then also, as that front pushes through, that cold air is going to quickly filter on in, and we're also going to be looking at some breezy wind conditions. So you're definitely going to be able to tell a difference really once that front pushes on in.
Rachel, thank you. And we certainly appreciate you joining us. Be sure to join us again tonight at 10 on ABC 13. Until then, have a good Sunday night.